So I'm in the car and I'm driving to my manager meeting, and I'm really excited because this meeting is kind of like our first, not our first meeting, but it's like our first brainstorming meeting. Like let's talk about a game plan. Like, what are we gonna do for the next 12 months? You know, like what's our 24-month plan? So I'm really excited. I think that's very important. You know, having goals, having ideas of where you want to be in 12 to 24 months. I mean, like even 5 years. You know, Lex and I, we knew that in 2 to 3 years of our marriage, we were gonna want to start having kids, and here we are. So it's super crazy, but I think it's super important to set goals for yourself because it keeps you motivated. On a side note, collaboration is so important. I mean, you got to be able to collaborate with people. This world that we live in, it's not designed for you to be alone. God didn't design for us to be alone. You know, He designed for us to have a partner in life, and you know, Lex is my incredible partner in this thing called life, and I couldn't be more thankful for her. But when it comes to like business and stuff, like you've got to be open about working with other people, and sometimes your ideas aren't gonna mesh, and a lot of the times other people's ideas aren't gonna mesh with yours. But what I have found to be the most successful for me is being receptive to those ideas. And there's a phrase that I always say. So like if someone says something negative that I kind of don't like, or not negative, but just something that like isn't the way that I see my career or my business going, or even in the studio writing music, if someone says a line or has a melody that's not great, I don't just go, nah. I go, okay, all right, I'm not mad at that, but let's see if we can beat it. I don't know if that made any sense, but that's just my 2 cents. That's kind of how I have been thinking for the past few months, and about how I'm doing business. And I don't know, I feel like there's not one way to do business, but there's a smart way, and there's a kind way, and there's a calculated way. And I'm not saying not to take risks, but I think that if your foundation is there, you'll get through. And it's really all about surrounding yourself with the right people. Like, man, you gotta surround yourself with people who are better and smarter than you. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever heard that, but I've heard that a lot from a lot of successful people, like a lot of big CEOs. They're like, man, I just surround myself with way smarter people than me. And I love on them, and I'm fair, and that's why they're successful. Because we're all a team. We call you guys familia because literally we're family. Like we're brothers and sisters. Believe it or not.